Hi everyone, welcome back. So now we know what superalignment is and possibly why we are in trouble. So as Pauline mentioned, she is using ChatGPT, which is owned by the company OpenAI. I'm sure that you have heard of them even before you read this article, because they're so famous these days. But maybe one part of it that you've never heard of is its superalignment team, which unfortunately has now been disbanded. So what is superalignment? Superalignment is whether the AI matches with what its owner or creator intended it to do, and whether it is benefiting humanity or maybe causing a problem for it. And so with this disbandment, two of the main staff for OpenAI have gone public with some statements about their departure from the company. And so one of them, he said that it was okay that he left. He's left in good spirits. Nothing was really a problem. But last year, he tried to oust the CEO of the company. So because of that, many people think, are you being truthful? Are you really in a good relationship with these people still? And then the second person who has left, she has something much different to say. She kind of indicates that OpenAI are putting profit and money and greed and the speedy development of this technology ahead of ethics, both human ethics and AI ethics. And so kind of the disbandment of this team has really brought into question, are we doing the right thing? Are OpenAI doing the right thing? Are there more problems with this technology than previously thought? So what do you think? Do you think it's a good thing that the OpenAI team has disbanded?
I was just thinking, I'm wondering if that first, when they left in good spirits, AI just wrote that out for them and then released a statement.
Maybe his statement was written it was his last duty while he was at work.
Yeah.
Oh, so what do you think? Do you think that AI poses a big risk to humanity?
I cannot think that far ahead of how big these risks might be, but I do see some of it already, where AI has been producing some images that are not historically accurate, and that poses a great risk for young learners who are trying to get information, and they think that, well, AI has all the information that's available online, but the images that are being produced do not align with what's factually in history. So that could over time, many people might be confused on what's real and what's not real. And even some older boomers, they see a lot of AI generated images and they believe that to be true. And they spread these, messages of what they saw, and people make these stories. So it is going somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Now we need to figure it out. What do you think?
Oh, maybe I'm a boomer, because there's definitely some images that I've seen on social media lately where I really have to think, is this true? Did this really happen? Especially for video footage too, because I think the surprising part is how well certain AI can generate moving images, video files that really look real. But later, there will be, especially if you see it on Twitter or X, there will be a community note at the bottom saying this wasn't real. And so sometimes I really need that to be okay, wow. Even it's not something that's super unbelievable. That's the problem.
It even happened to a news report recently where one of the bridges fell down, and those first videos that came into the newsroom, they didn't show them right away because they thought it was AI.
So they didn't believe what had happened?
Yeah, it delayed the news because they thought that it was AI generated. So.
I definitely think that leads to the fact that you really need to be savvy when you use it. All of humanity, maybe take everything with a pinch of salt, but that also has the knock-on effect of people being very cynical, especially things in America with the election fraud, things like that. If there can now be images and videos that are faked, I think it will cause even more problems
last time with the Queen Elizabeth, the Kate Middleton.
Ah, yeah, right.
People were wondering, was that Photoshop? Was that a
That's
generic?
true.
And like, we don't know anymore.
Yeah,
Keeps
was
us all
Kate
skeptical.
real?
Yeah.
Why does she have 6 fingers? That kind of thing. Yeah, right. So, thinking about these dangers, what should be done to prepare for the future with AI, do you think?
I think there needs to be a team or teams that check what is AI and what is not. Like they have to verify, and like how you said, if they have the community note. But it's getting more and more difficult for even the people who are working with AI to know what's AI and what's not. So there has to be some kinds of regulations, things that have to do with facts. They shouldn't be able to be altered because then we're not getting the information that we need.
Yeah, right. I also think that people who are training AI really need to be careful of their source material, because sometimes in the past when ChatGPT first came out, I was just like playing around with it, and I found that the more questions you ask it, the more likely it is to give you a wrong answer. And ChatGPT is often very confident, confident with its answers, but sometimes it will tell me things that I know are definitely not true, which is quite unfortunate. So I think maybe going forward, as we mentioned, definitely education is important, like understanding AI, working with AI, kind of being, what's the word that I'm looking for? Yeah, being aware, being mindful of AI generated content. So we hope that you enjoyed today's article and that we haven't scared you too much thinking about the future with the possibilities of AI. So there are some vocabulary words from this article that we hope you can use, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.
Disband.
Disband.
Foreshadow.
Foreshadow.
Conciliatory.
Conciliatory.
Ring hollow.
Ring hollow.
Take a back seat.
Take a back seat.